Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark, I'm the Specialist Blanker, and today we're at Linear Fisheries. Let's have a look at what's going to be coming up in today's vlog.
Like that. He's up to here next. He's like, salt and pepper.
So, as from the intro and title, we're at Linear Fisheries, the world renowned, or UK renowned. And I say we because I'm joined by John and Rob on this session, and it is my first session out in quite a while since I went to France, apart from the odd day session I did last week, and that was pretty much to prepare for this session, to sort all my bag out. And for those of you that know, when you go to France, you come back from there, you come back from Gigantic, which is where I was, and it was a little bit underwhelming to come back to the normal lakes. It happened the last time I went to France. You need a month or two away just to regenerate that excitement and buzz, and let me tell you, I was so excited for this session. So we're back out. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Over the next 4 to 6 months, autumn, winter is going to be coming. I'm going to be out there. It's my favourite time to be fishing, so I'm looking forward to what the next 6 months have in store for me. But let's focus on this session today. So where are we? We're on the Hardwick Smith Lake, and we are down the bottom end, the furthest end away from the car park, which is a mega walk. I'll put a map up so you can have a look, and I'll circle where we are while I'm chatting a load of crap. But yeah, there's 3 of us. We're here for 72 hours, so it's Wednesday afternoon now. So I've literally just threw 2 solid bags out. It is 10 to 3. I've put 2 solid bags out just to show in fish, because there have been a few shows, which is always a bonus. We've got the camp set up, and I'm just watching the water before I make my plan of attack for the next 3 days. So yeah, Hardwick Smith, never fished here before. I've only ever been to Linear Fisheries once before, and I'll put the link to the vlog up here somewhere if I know how to do that and my technical skills allow me to. That was okay. Had a lost one, and I had 1 or 2, I can't remember actually, on that session, but that was nice. That was on B1, Brass Nose 1. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I've got loads to talk about, loads to catch up on. I'll show you the bait that I've been using. I'll show you how we got on my day session at Baden Hall last week. Managed to have a little bit of success while I was there. So yeah, it's just nice, and that break of 1 or 2 months has done me the world of good. So excited to be back out, and yeah, full of hope and anticipation. But let's see if I still have this smile at the end of the vlog on Saturday afternoon when it's home time. But enough of that, enough of the intro. Let's get on and crack on with the vlog. So I'll speak to you in a little bit, and yeah, but for now I'm gonna, you know, I've got the trusty lucky glass, got the special milk. Let's see if it brings us some luck. Ratatouille. Good evening, Blankers. So camp is all settled. It's 6:30 now, so everything's tidied up. We're in a good place, so I thought I'd show you what the baiting approach is, what I'm using, and what the plan of attack is for the first night anyway. So nothing sexual has happened yet. Couple of bleeps, but nothing special. Still fish showing every now and again out in front of me, so still feeling confident and optimistic. Same for John and Rob down to my my left. Same for them. Nothing naughty has happened yet, but let's have a look and see what we are using. So although I've not introduced any of this bait yet because there's lots of fizzing out there and the shows are still happening, so what I don't want to do is introduce a load of bait when the previous person that was on this peg has already banged a shitload in. So I'm using Bait Hacks Boilie. They're squid, shellfish. It's called Surf No Turf. I'll show you that in a sec. With some krill pellets, sweet corn, and some of the Baytax glug that goes with the boilie. So there's the mix, and the boilies, you can see 15 mils break so easily, and they are like I'll show you the centre of them. They're like obviously a shellfish, fishy bait, smell banging. So that is on the right. That's going to be on the right hand rod. The match the hatch pop up. When I introduce some bait, I don't know what to do tonight, whether just to leave the single out on the right hand rod, and then the middle and left hand rod have got solid bags on in the form, you know, the drill. I've got a nice little essential cell wafter, different size pallet, the Gemini stems, which I think are amazing, so easy to tie up, the small cord PVA bags. Make them as many as you want up. When you have a fish or you need to change, it's easy just to straight back on, get it back out on the spot, and you're fishing again. So yeah, that's the plan of attack. So I'm tempted to put some bait in, but I don't want to, as long as I can still see fizzing and activity. I don't know what the previous angler's done in this peg, so I think I will leave it tonight. I think I'll just leave the 2 on solid bags, 1 on a single with PVA mesh and a bit of pallet maybe. See if anything naughty happens tonight. Just another show out there. It's 3/4 of the way on the other side, so a bit out of my water, but they're still showing and they're in the area, so it's positive. So yeah, back to the bait thing. I think I'll leave it tonight, see if anything happens in the evening, and then top up where appropriate. If nothing has happened by tomorrow mid-morning lunchtime, I think I'll introduce some bait to the spots. So until I have a fish or I see you in the morning, I'm going to enjoy a cheeky rum and coke. It's quite warm as well for late September. 18 degrees, coming to 7 o'clock. Can't complain. Anyway, I'll shut up rambling. So I'll either see you later on this evening with a fish from me, John or Rob, or in the morning with a brew and deciding the plan of attack for the next 2 days. So hopefully it'll be the first, and I'll see you in a few hours with a chunky monkey in my arms.
$24.6.
Yeah.
Minus whatever that weighs, yeah. 24.6. We'll weigh that after. Who's that?
Right. Early morning wake up call, eh, Rob? So we've managed to bank a first fish, and that's after I don't know if it's a loss of a fish or a trailer earlier on that went straight through both rods, but the rod that's gone off is the Ronnie rig caught on Baytax Surf No Turf pop-up, which I was talking about earlier, and I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But anyway, let's get this scaly little banger up. It's coming at £24.6, but we need to take the sling off. Should be a pound or so. Rob, behave. There we go. How's that look, Rob?
Very nice. Very nice.
How's it look on the film? All right?
Yeah, sound that, mate.
Absolutely lovely fish. Got a bit of
Mark on it, but
mark up there. We need to treat in a second.
we'll treat that.
Have a look at the other side. The scales are mint on that. Why do we always catch these fish at night, Rob?
I know, yeah. John's got a retainer, so that's what I said. If we get a really big one, we'll retain it. But
It's 1:30 in the morning.
yeah,
Bit early for that, but look at that.
very nice.
Absolute beauty. Right, we'll get some stills, and then we'll treat that, and then we'll get her back. Happy days. Oh, go beauty. Yourself back out there. Thick back, hasn't he?
Yeah, look at that.
Off she goes into the deep. Oh, there you go. Oh no, she's coming back.
She'll find a way. Yep, someone's got to run over there. Cassie's looking for food.
Yeah. He's got his head down already.
You have treated.
Yeah.
It's gone white.
Yeah, it's gone white, yeah. Yeah. Nice bit of treatment on the old scale by Nurse Mark.
Happy days, eh, Roberto? Morning blankers. Well, we're not blanking anymore, as you will have seen from the footage last night. Absolutely buzzing to be off the mark. First night bite as well, so nice to take the pressure off a little bit. But I'll tell you a little bit more about what happened last night before those activities, because there was a few bits going on. Fish boshing everywhere. We should have had more between the three of us. Rob and John didn't manage to pick anything up. They were having liners and knocks, but didn't pick anything up, and they were all in front. Well, I think they were in front just from the crashing. I couldn't see properly, but they were in the area anyway. 10:15 came along last night. Left hand rod on the solid bag, run straight up, taking line, hit into it, nothing there. Turns around, puts my rod down, middle rod screams off, bobbing up, line going. I was right next to it, so I grabbed it straight away, felt the fish, and then just went dead. So I don't know if that was a trailer that was carrying a lead and it's gone through from the left to the right and just picked up them two rods because they are at the same distance on a spot. So that was annoying. Redid the bags, got them back out, and then yeah, 1:15 in the morning, the right hand rod that I'd put on the Ronnie rig. So I did 2 bags and 1 Ronnie. It's on a surf no turf pop up with I just put 3 spoms around it about 6 o'clock last night, and that was it. It's 3 small, didn't put hardly any bait in, and that was the one that rattled off of that absolutely lovely scaly mirror. Came in at £24.6, but I've got a light sling. We weighed that, knocked it off, so it was 23 pounds. So absolutely buzzing. I came for the scaly bangers and we got one. So this morning I've just had a brew in my lucky glass because I forgot my mug, standard. You always forget something, don't you? It's that much shit that we bring. Anyway, so I've had my brew. I'm contemplating what to do with the solid bag rods because there's weed out there, there's silt, and I don't know if it's presenting well, so I may switch the other 2 rods to helicopter or lead clip setup, which is what I've got, and had the fish on last night. So yeah, that's where I am. I'll introduce a little bit of bait today as that produced a fish. I'm not going to go crazy, but again, 3 or 4 spoms over the spots, which I need to find spots, to be fair, for the left and middle rod, because they were just pub chucked towards showing fish with the solid bags. So today, this morning, I'll find this 2 spots, 2 decent spots that I can fish on for the next 48, 60 hours, and put a little bit of bait over them. I'm going to stick with my spot that's produced the fish, but it's gone dead now. All the showing fish have disappeared. Last night it was like a dolphin show. Whether or not that's how this water works, I don't know, because I've not fished here before, but there's still plenty of fizzing around. So that's the plan of attack. I'll be back at lunchtime with an update. Hopefully we've had some more fish for you. Hopefully Rob and John get into them, so it'd be nice for us all to be off the mark, because it's a social, that's what we're here for. So I'll come back to you at lunchtime, give you an update and let you know what's been happening. Right, good afternoon Blankers. It is still very quiet on the fishing front and there's still nothing showing. It's about 1:30 now. So the fish have clearly moved out of this section of the lake for me and the lads. I've had the deeper out. We've seen a few fish icons on there, but nothing much. So we can only hope and pray they move back in over the course of the next 48 hours. But not time to panic. Anyway, what I wanted to do now is just show you the bait that I've been using over this session and the previous day session, which also caught me a nice 15-pound carp. That was from Badenhall Fishery. I'll put a little clip up just after this section to show you that fish. I was only out for a few hours in the day just to sort my stuff out, ready for this trip, and yeah, I managed to nick one as well. So the stuff I've been using is, I'm not sponsored by this company, they've not asked me to do this, I don't get paid by them, it's literally just a local company to me. They're based in Congleton, they're called Bait Hacks, and if you type Bait Hacks in Google, it's the first result that comes up, or their website is carpfishingbaits.com. And all I can say is I'm very impressed with just the quality of the packaging and the bait itself, and it's working because it's caught me fish. I took a different flavour to France with me, to Gigantica, as I will have shown on that one. So this one I've gone for the fish meal, which is the surf no turfs, and for 50 quid you get a 5 kilo bag of the boilie. So you can see the quality and the packaging is brilliant in my opinion. So that's the boilie, and these ones fish meal colour, and they break nice and easily, and in the middle you can tell it's a good quality boilie, fresh, smells good. So within that 50 quid you also get a litre of their cloudy liquid, and it matches the bait that you bought. So you can see I've used that in my spod mix. A tub of pop-ups, 15mm and 10mm mixed. A nice tub of, they call it glue, which is like the goo. That's 250mm as well, so you've got a decent amount in that. That's thicker, that's good for glugging or putting in your spod mix as well. And then you also get the bait spray in the flavour of boilie that you've ordered as well. So all of that for 50 quid for a high quality product, I think it's an absolute bargain. So if you're looking to try a new bait, why not check it out? Go and have a look at their website, type in Google Bait Hacks or carpfishingbaits.com, check it out, see what you think.
You know the ones that have got a bit more to them.
I have to have a proper sausage on it.
Royal Oak.
I can't have
Like
tin
a
bottle.
proper sausage.
Royal Oak. It's like a hot dog style. This is probably the cheapest shit, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Do you know the worst things that my mate likes? He goes to Stoke and there's a burger van, and he knows him because he goes every time he goes, 2 burgers, 2 double burgers. He has these fucking big things. And one day he was talking to him. He says, "Where'd you get your fucking burgers from?" He said, "Fucking Macro, just up the road, Newcastle." And we were talking one day, me and Dave, and I said, "Oh, I'm going Macro, I've got to get something." He said, "Have a look for the fucking burgers in a tin." I said, "In a fucking tin?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "They're in a tin about that big, fucking big burgers they are." So I said, "I'll have a look." I said, "I'll ring you." And he said also he wants one of them massive tubs of chilli sauce that they have. So I'll fucking push you.
Usually, get in your soft gig. I'm like, you want to wait till it hits the jewels.
And every time we moved, he'd go, like that. He's like, and he's up to here. Next he's like, and the next thing, my alarm goes off. I'm like, fuck. He said, "We'll go back." So I fucking ran back. Next thing, I fucking.
Good evening campers. Just before we lose the light, I thought I'd give you a second night update. Nothing happened at all today for any three of us, nothing carping, not even a knock. The fish still haven't moved back into the area. What else do you do apart from make a move? So we're going to look at that tomorrow if the fish aren't here and we don't have any success this evening. But anything can happen as long as them rods are in the water. We've got Still all this bottom end to ourselves. Some people have gone and moved now from the far bank, so there's even fewer lines in the water, so who knows, we shall see. Just refreshed all the rods. All 3 are out on lead clip system with Ronnie rigs. I've not put a lot of bait out. I've just put 2 spoms over, small spoms over each spot. The left and middle rod are both at 12 wraps straight out, and the right rod is where I had the fish from last night, is to the right down to the bay at 10 wraps. So yeah, can't do any more really. Still feeling optimistic. We've still got a good 36-40 hours of fishing left to do. Anything can change, so let's hope that something naughty happens tonight. If it does, you'll see me in the night. If not, I'll see you in the morning with a brew, and we'll take it from there. So fingers crossed for another chunk. We shall see. Let's go and have a look and see what Alberto's up to. Is that Spom Jones I can see?
Doing a bit.
How much you put in so far? 50k?
Nearly. My arms are falling off.
It's in your mix, Rob.
There's maple peas, hemp, corn, maize, tiger nut, a few boilies, a few pellet,
Nice.
a load of sticky krill, that liquid.
Professional angling here at its finest. Spom float attached.
That would be funny if he'd fall with it.
Morning. So, as you can tell by the lack of activity and footage, oh, nice that. Basically, it's Aldi's version of Moretti. Don't know if the light will focus because the sun has just come out. There we are. Aldi's version. I think it was 10 quid for a box of 12. Tastes just like Moretti. Now Nathan Stamp Carp Fishing Channel will like that one, mate. Give that a try if you haven't already. If you've not seen Nathan's channel, go check it out. He does some cracking vlogs. Nathan Stamp Carp Fishing. Anyway, back to the task in hand. Nothing happened in the night for 3 of us, not even a bleep. So change of tactics in order. I've put one, just getting the breakfast on, sausage. One down the right hand margin. Because when I've done some more research and looked at on the internet and stuff, down to my right, that bay is a hot spot apparently. And I think when Corder did a film here, I think Danny Fairbrass had one from right down in the corner. So I put that rod right down there. Middle rod stayed on the spot that's done me my first fish. Left rod, changed that slightly to the left. Changed the rig to a stiff hinge rig rather than a Ronnie. Pulling back a little bit of weed, nothing major, but just help with the presentation. And I put a small 12mm yellow pop-up on that rather than the normal 15mm plus. So that's been the plan of attack. Get breakfast on. We're going to have some cheesy oatcakes with a bit of sausage, bit of Tommy K. That's the plan of action for the next few hours. Rob and just take that down. Rob and John have brought their rods in a lot closer. They're only fishing at six or seven wraps now, just on the front of the weed. They've seen fizzing, seen some more activity, so maybe that's a good move for them. We shall see, because we've seen no activity for the past 24 hours, so it's nice to start seeing the fizzing again. So hopefully we'll start seeing some shows. We did think of moving pegs, but it is rammed, the whole complex. The bailiffs have had to call people, put stuff on the website and social media to tell people stop travelling down, because you're not going to find a peg. Day ticket fishing, eh? Day ticket fishing. So there we are. I'll come back in a few hours, let you know if anything has changed. Afternoon update. But right now, I'm going to crack on getting these sausages sorted, get the oat cakes down me, enjoy my cup of tea, and yeah, watch the waiter. So I'll speak to you all in a little bit. Alrighty. So, 2 rods are out, as you can see, for final night. We're doing everything as best as we can to make sure we give ourselves the best chance to try and get a last night bite. So, 2 rods done, as I've just mentioned. My right rod is down the margin to the bay, solid bag, on the money. I got Rob to go and stand in the bushes. Thank you, Rob, to make sure it landed properly. Left rod, off some advice of a guy that just got here, to be honest, and he's fished this peg, and he told me there's a V in the tree. Kind of see it in the camera. Trying to in the background, this V here. There, 10 wraps out, he's told me. Trying to do it back to front. There, solid bag. He's produced fish for him, so I've moved that rod slightly to the left. It wasn't far off that anyway, and brought it a wrap and 3/4 in. So that's that rod, solid bag, and you've just seen me catapulting, scattering a few boilies across that area. Last rod, which is the middle one, we're going to keep on the Ronnie rig, which has produced the fish. Just see, standard lead clip. I've gone only a 2.5 ounce lead, that one. Because of the silt, I don't want it buried too deep, but that can help in hooking the fish, so who knows. 2.5 ounce lead. Boom. It's that 8-inch ESP bead. So that sits up nicely. I'm proud. I'm just going to chuck the pop up on. I'm going to use one of Sticky's pineapple buoyant pop-ups for this, because yellow apparently works well. I know the fish came off that I had, it came off with a seafood bait pop-up, which is like a fish meal one. That was from obviously Bait Hacks, but been advised yellow works well, so I'm using Bait Hacks on the other solid bags, but we're going to try a Sticky because it's the only yellow pop-up I've got in my artillery. Thread it on, just pull it onto the swivel nicely. Get your floss. Some people don't bother tying the knot. I always like to tie it. You know, there's crayfish in here. The boilies that have been coming in have definitely been scratched. The fish that I had, actually, the boilie that I popped out of the fish's mouth, that boiler was all scratched. So some cray had been having a right good munch on it, but didn't put the carp off. And then we're just going to burn down the excess floss. So, dab it down, and there you go. She's ready for action. So, hopefully, that little beauty is going to do us a bite. Right, there's nothing much else left to do apart from cast this bad boy out, so let's go do it. There we go, 3 rods done last night. Nothing more we can do. Rods are set, traps are set, bait's out there. There's only one thing left to do. Let's get a munch on. Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Good morning, Blankers, and unfortunately another very quiet night on the lake. Don't really know what to say, to be honest. It all started off so well, and then the last 48 hours just went Still no signs of fish fizzing, but that's about it. No shows, nothing clear cut, but sometimes that's how it goes, and especially when you pick a peg that is down at one end of the lake, and if the fish aren't there, they're not there, but when we arrived they were. That's why we jumped in these spots. So anyway, time to have a brew, start slow pack down, and get ourselves back on that motorway and heading up to sunny Stoke-on-Trent. So thank you for tuning in as always. If you lasted this long, thank you for watching all the way through. If you feel you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it, you clicking that button. And there's lots more videos to come over the next couple of months as we go into winter. It's my favourite time of the year, so I will be out on the bank producing at least a video at least once per month, maybe more. So yeah, thanks again. If you're out on the bank, tight lines, and until next time, I'll see you then.